Hey everyone, Coach Travis Robertson, and welcome to a new year. This is an exciting time for you because right now you're sitting around thinking, what am I going to do differently this year? Where am I headed? Where am I going? And you know, this is a fun time to be able to do that, is to think through what you want this next year to look like. But I also want to warn you, it is ultimately your actions, not your intentions, that are going to determine the outcome that you have for 2017. And this is true regardless of who you are. And this principle is a principle regardless of your wealth, regardless of your status, regardless of your skill set, no matter what, whatever you want in life is not determined by how badly you want it. It's determined by the actions that you take. And a lot of times people have goals or intentions for themselves that don't make them any happier, that don't get them ultimately any closer to where they want to be. There are people who along the way are going to hit their goals, who are going to achieve certain things, but not be any closer to what it is that they want out of life. And if that's where you're headed, if that's what's ultimately going to happen, I want to help you kind of reframe your goals and your ideas for 2017. And so let's just start with this, is that most people, when they're starting out and they're thinking through what they want to achieve in a given year, they start with their goals and they say, you know what, here's the goals that I have for my life, my business, my income, whatever it is. And goals are a good thing, and I love goals. But goals aren't the be-all, end-all. It's actually possible. I want you to think about this. It's possible to achieve your goals and still be miserable. And think about all the wealthy people you know, the people who've made a boatload of money and they're absolutely miserable. Now, that doesn't mean that all wealthy people are miserable by any stretch of the imagination, but it does mean that just achieving a goal doesn't necessarily get you what you want. If you decide that in life you want to have abundant energy, you want to be vibrant, you want to feel like you're going to live a long life, you can set a goal to have six-pack abs and achieve six-pack abs just by not eating a lot and by, burning a lot of fat. But that's not necessarily going to make you have more energy, more joy, more vibrance, more passion, more longer life. It's not necessarily going to give you that. So it's a great goal, but it's ultimately not going to necessarily get you closer to what you want. Unless your goal is to be an underwear model, then hey, by all means, go get your six-pack abs. And it's the same in business, is that you can set sales goals, you can set growth goals, only to find out that your ladder was leaning against the wrong building. So you have all these goals and you climb to the top of that ladder, only to find out that at some point you set it against the wrong target, the wrong outcome. So how do we know? How do we know if the goals that we have for ourselves are ultimately where it is that we want to go? They're leading us on the right path to the right outcome. Well, that's what we got to figure out first, is goals are not actually where you start. Outcome is where you start. The very first thing you've got to figure out is the outcome that you want for your business, for your life, for your health, for your relationships, for any area of life. Your goals move you towards the outcome, but your outcome is where you start. What is it that you ultimately want from your business? What is it that you ultimately want from your life? If you're wanting to create a business you can sell, that's going to determine some of the goals that you put in place along the way. But if you want a business that you ultimately pass on to your kids, if you want a business that you just retire from and you don't even want to pass on, that's going to change some of the goals along the way. If your goal is long life, a healthy life, that's going to change some of the goals that you set for your actual, not your business, but for your body and for what it is that you're going to be doing to build towards a long life, not necessarily six-pack abs. So you've got to know what is it that you want from each individual area. But then you don't just go straight to goals. You got to know this. Second thing you got to figure out is why you want it. See, I want you to write this down. The strength of your why will determine your outcome. It's not how badly you want the outcome, it's why you want it. There are a lot of people who want millions of dollars. They would love to have millions of dollars, but they don't have a strong enough purpose or why. They say, well, it sounds sexy. It sounds like a great number. Who doesn't want to make $1 million? And you go, well, people who make 10 million probably don't want to make $1 million. So just wanting something is not what's going to get you there. You got to know why you want it. Why do you ultimately want this thing in your life? What's it going to mean to you? What's it going to mean to your family, to your income, to your health, to your wealth, to the goals that you have for the things that you want? You give me two people, person A and person B, exact same goals, exact same resources, exact same talent, but you go to person A and you say, why do you want to make $1 million? They go, I don't know. It sounds like a sexy number. You go, okay. Person B, why do you want to make $1 million? And they go, I kind of have to. because I got kids going into college. I've got parents that are getting older and I want to be able to help pay for their retirement. And on top of that, I'd love to be able to take some vacations, retire at 65. These are the reasons why I have to make $1 million. Who are you going to bet on? Person A or person B? Most people would bet on person B every day of the week, not because they're better looking, not because they don't have they have resources that the other person doesn't. It's that their strength of their why is so much stronger. So the strength of your why will determine your outcome. Now, after you know why you want something, you got to figure out, who do you need to be to actually achieve it? Do you need to know certain things? Do you need to have certain skill sets, certain talents, certain things at your disposal? Do you need to be more confident? Do you need to show up with more confidence to your sales calls? Do you need to show up as a better leader? Do you need to learn how to be more inspirational, more motivational? Who do you need to be to actually achieve that outcome? That's what you've got to figure out. Then once you know these three things, now you can set the right goals for your business. Now, it doesn't just stop at goals, because like I said before, it's your actions, not your intentions, which your goals are your intentions. Your outcome, even to a degree, is your intentions. It's not your goals or your outcome that will determine where you get in life. It's what? It's your actions. So once you know your goals and you see that your goals are going to move you towards this outcome, now what you can do, you can create your plan. So your goals set your plan, and your plan sets your actions. This is the process you've got to go through. So as you're thinking through, what do I want in 2017? Realize this, 2017 is just a step on the road to somewhere. The question is, do you know where? And then do you know the right actions that are going to get you to the right goals, that are going to get you to the right outcome? And do you know why you want it and who you need to become in the process? You know those things. You walk through this process, and I promise you this, 2017, you're not just going to hit your goals. You're also going to be confident in that when you hit those goals, when you achieve those things in your life, your business, your health, your marriage, your relationships, it's going to move you to something that is ultimately greater than anything you could achieve in 2017. So remember this, it is your actions, not your intentions, that will determine your outcomes in 2017 and beyond, and I look forward to serving you in that capacity. Now, by the way, if you would like some assistance in this process, get a free coaching session. You can click the link below or above, depending on where you're watching this. We'd love to get you set up with one of our coaches where they can help you work through this process for you, for your business, for your life, whatever it is. We want to help you in this journey, and we would love to give you a free coaching session so you can see what it is that we can do for you and help you on that road to your outcome. Take care, you guys, and if you believe in yourself half as much as I believe in you, you've got an amazing life, amazing business ahead of you, and it is an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Don't settle for anything less than you're capable of. Take care.